What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, your favorite two millennials ranting about games and being old and yeah. So we're back.
Bro, we're not old. We're still very young. And you know what? You need our opinions because everything that you guys have been playing is a pale comparison to what we used to play.
Fair. That's facts. So, in today's episode of Two Millennials Talk About Games and Be Mad, we are ranting about AAA blunders again. But this is actually this shit's valid, right? Okay, so if you haven't been living under a rock, you probably heard and also have maybe played Dragon's Dogma 2, which launched a couple weeks back. Related to this, apologize. Kind of not really. But there's a lot of shit going around Dragon's Dogma 2 that really just kind of killed the hype for a lot of people because it was like one of the top anticipated games of this year, and then it came out with it's a $70 game with a shite ton of microtransactions, like really stupid microtransactions, like shit like buying a campsite, buying a warp key so you can fast travel. That kind of bullshit. And then, of course, the in-game currency.
Buying a customization do-over, which...
Right? Like, really genuinely stupid microtransactions. And to be fair, this is a single-player game. No co-op, no online, nada. Just a single-player story-based game. And then they throw all this microtransaction bullshit on that. On top of that, they say it's uncapped, right? Like haven't played it, but I don't believe there's a fidelity performance mode. There's just one mode, and they say it's just uncapped FPS, but they target 30 FPS and aim higher, which could mean a lot of things. So it's like another game that is part of that trend of just developers not, for whatever reason, not launching games that play at a native 60. And like this leads us into the other bit of news about Senua Sacrifice Hellblade 2, and that game being apparently also capped at 30 frames, which I think is disgusting and embarrassing. And I don't know what the hell Microsoft is doing with their money, because apparently it's not going to the devs. So, what the hell, dude? Shit.
I mean, here's the thing. You can't really knock them for that because Spider-Man also had a 4K 30
Sure. No.
option.
I get that.
And especially in the beginning, it was only like, hey, you can only play it this way, you can only play it that way. And as you know, it is the industry standard for some strange reason against what a lot of people have complained about in the consumer base to promote graphics over performance. And
because gamers ranted and raged about graphics for years, to the point where like all these devs thought, oh, all they give a shit about is graphics. Like, well, yes and no, right?
So here's the thing: we cared about graphics back to 2006 because everything looked like octagons. Everything was jaded and pointed, and it's like
that's when we gave a shit about graphics. Like,
even before 2006. So like for most of gaming, things were like jaded and pixelated and whatever. And 2006 was around the time where things started kind of smoothing out with the graphics. Things started to get performance and better.
I'll say around 2008, but yeah.
Yeah, 2006 to 2008. And don't get me wrong, at this point, I love the graphic style of PS1 graphics.
Yeah, like retro graphics.
Like the retro graphics.
Yeah.
Those are really cool, and it's a choice at this point. Back then, it was a necessity.
Exactly.
So, yes, I understand how people could understand, like, I just want things to look better. We've got to the point where things look pretty good. Sure. I don't really need to... I have my face. I have the animations. They're cool.
Like,
I don't need to see your pores or your hair follicles or every
like that shit's
of
impressive.
Hair move.
That shit's impressive, but it's not like super necessary, right?
So like for the fact that companies want to like take this and make that the lead, no, I need this game to play well. I need it to perform well. I need it to be optimization. I need things. And touching on what you said about Dragon's Dogma 2, the performance is shot on all sides, even on PC. The performance
Yeah.
is shot, and it reminds me of Hogwarts Legacy. It reminds me of Jedi Survivor. It reminds me of these other single AAA
Yeah.
games that should have came out that were fine, but they didn't for
They just had
whatever
some
reason.
performance issues, and that's been happening with a lot of PC ports in general. I think that's a issue in and of itself, especially when they install like anti cheats that have been known to shit on performance. I'm talking to you, Denuvo. Like, what the hell, y'all? I hate you so much. A single player game. Who needs any cheat for a single player game? Anyways, but so my thing is right with the performance and like the microtransactions. Just touching on that because it's another thing that I don't want to just ignore at this point because I know we're going to be touching a lot on the performance side of things, but yeah, microtransactions on a single player game that costs $70, and these are microtransactions that are just stupid. Like I usually give passes to games that are like free to play or like much cheaper, like $20 to $40 if they put it in like optional microtransactions in there, and they just like have them to the side or they do like the battle pass thing or whatever. Especially if it's like a live service multiplayer game, that's where the battle passes come in, and it makes sense, right? That's how they're gonna make their money. Even with games like Helldivers, like they have like the war bonds that come out like every 2 months or so, and like $10, and you get like it's just more for you to unlock and play through. It's player retention, right? That's all.
Which game did you mention?
Helldivers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that game was $40. It wasn't.
But then they also
$70.
have a lot of
It didn't
in-game
cost
currency too, which is
exactly,
like,
and you can earn that in-game currency in game, like, or you can earn like the premium currency in game. So it's not like you can only spend real world money on this and that's your only option. You can earn money in game to pay for this shit without spending any of your real money. It takes a little bit.
That's true.
But you can. So with like Dragon's Dogma 2, it's a $70 game, and this is just a Capcom shit. Like Capcom is infamous for this type of bullshit.
Yeah, they've
are been known for that.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's kind of stupid, but
they've been doing this thing in every Street Fighter game.
Dude,
they've been doing this thing in every Street Fighter game, and it's funny because now people was like, "Oh, what's up with all these microtransactions, bro?" They literally take characters that they introduce in the base game, take them out, and resell them as DLC in the next game.
It's stupid.
Ridiculous,
it's
right?
So
like,
dumb.
And Capcom has been doing this, and but guess what? People been buying it.
Well, yeah, because
people been buying it.
Gamers will be gamers at the end of the
day.
So
now all of a sudden, I have to pick a bone with the gaming community because now all of a sudden it's a problem when Capcom has been known to do this scummy shit time and time.
There's a lot of shit that I have problems with in the gaming community because like everyone will rage, everyone will get pissed off about all this shit before the game launches, and then as soon as the game launches, they still end up buying it and going back on everything they said. It's like if you actually cared, you wouldn't have spent money on this. Now, the one thing that I have to give the gaming community props for is showing EA that their game sucked because EA finally stopped supporting Battlefield 2042. Fucking finally, the game's been dead. We've been saying the game's been dead for years. Holy shit. And on top of that, Suicide Squad, fucking no one got the next season. Like, no one bought anything. No one's been coming back to play because it's just not great. Like, Joker's weird. The performance is still shit. There's not much new content. It's like, okay, like Joker's the only new thing. And it's not even a good Joker. Like, goddamn, the Joker looks cooked. So, props for the gaming community for showing Rocksteady, hey, this game's not good. Like, shit. But I think for me, like, again, microtransactions, lower price game, free to play games, it's fine. I get it. It's okay. $70 game, why? Literally why? Like, it doesn't make sense. And on top of that,
they feel like they need to.
And on top of that, the stuff that you might have to pay for, even if it's available in game, having it as a microtransaction, can sometimes hint that the spawn rates for those items are going to be significantly lower.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other thing that's super scummy. So
And that's why
like,
a lot of people didn't buy Dragon's Dogma, and that's one of the reasons why
Yeah.
I didn't buy. Because here's the thing: when it comes to Dragon's Dogma, I'm a long-term fan. Long-term fan. I bought it when it first came out on PS3. I sold it for another game. I bought it back. Sold it for another game. I bought it back. Sold it for another game. I have bought this game 3 times and played it. No, I not finished it yet. Then once I got my Nintendo Switch, bought a Nintendo Switch so I could have something to play at work as a grown man. And then
valid.
it was 30 frames and I didn't really like that. And I saw it was on Steam. Bought it on Steam. And now I get at least 120 frames. It's beautiful, which I still have not beaten it yet. But I love this game. I love the series. One thing I hate is the lack of fast travel.
Well, yeah, that's something that the dev
they've already made.
But now you have to pay to fast travel, which is also shitty.
Exactly.
Like, fuck. But
so I was so excited for this game. The reveal had me driving crazy.
Yeah.
I was great, and then it came out, and the optimization is bad. The whole game of microtransaction bad. Sure, it's probably a great game with an interesting story. Well, it's not interesting. It's the same story as the last game.
Yeah.
So there's that. The vocations and the new
they have new classes and stuff.
Classes will probably be good, but like
some of the features are tweaked and that
bro,
kind of stuff.
You had a slam dunk and you ruined it. You had a slam dunk and you ruined it.
Yeah.
You had
on the other side with the performance stuff, like I am 100% of the mindset of yes, I understand that we have all grown up with like games that look bad and perform bad, right? I get it. Except why should that be as a we played a horrible game, we grew up with like 30 FPS or lower. Okay, cool. It's 2024 on a system that costs $600 or more that is basically a supercomputer. Like this thing is stupid powerful, right? It's a very powerful console.
Yeah.
Why the hell can't these devs make the game 60 FPS at least? All right,
we're still at that point. We're still at that point where everybody's like, you can't. Both, and I love this, right? Because both companies said, hey, you're going to get 4K 60 frames on these next gen consoles, and there is yet to be a game that has delivered it.
There hasn't.
There has yet to be a game that has delivered.
There's a game that's gotten close. And that is Death Stranding 2, or Death Stranding, the director's cut for PS5. It plays at 2K 60 FPS. And
that's great. That's still
great.
A lie.
I mean, so to be fair, neither system. To be fair. Neither system spouted 4K 60. Like they said, they're like 4K native and they target 8K. We have not seen that at all yet, ever. Again, probably a dev issue, not so much as.
Once again, I really don't need to see the ports in my characters. I just wanted to play well. We've already. Yeah, I mean, and it's just, this is not me saying I don't like games to look good. I do.
Oh yeah,
but we've already passed the point that games look fine. I need to work on the substance underneath it.
Games that look photorealistic at 1080p still look fucking great, no matter what. They look better at 60 frames, and the game just is smoother. Like, I am always of the mindset of I choose performance over fidelity almost all the time. Because, like, even with the games like Spider-Man, where I went for the fidelity just to see what the difference is, and wow, there's a difference. There's a significant
but the fact that there's a difference means that there's a very much divide between what they promote and what they can actually deliver.
Yeah.
And before we get on to our next point, which would be which game was that? Hellblade. Before we get to our next major point, neither consoles have been able to deliver anything that they have said in the promotion of these consoles.
No, that's fair. I mean, like, yeah, we still have not been able to see, like, you know, ray tracing and fidelity features while also doing 60 FPS. No system has ever done that. However,
except for PC.
I'm talking about systems.
Yeah.
PC's not a system. All right, let's just be honest here. It's
It
a
is the
machine. It's a machine.
Ah.
So this is the thing with Hellblade, right? This is and I'm not trying to do the console war thing. I'm just making the point here,
I
right?
know.
This is more for the viewers. Like, you and I have had this conversation, right? Hellblade is the second big Xbox exclusive to launch a 30 frame cap, right? With the first one being Starfield. Now, Starfield, you can make the argument that it's a huge ass fucking universe, and they technically don't have despawn rates, so technically everything you drop on a planet still fucking stays there. I will give you Starfield because that's a lot of fucking memory that it has to use. Like,
That is.
it's impressive. I'll give Starfield that. There's some things that impress me about Starfield. I still don't like the 30 frame. That's why I play it on PC to get the sweet 60, at least 60, because that's all my system can handle. But like, still, regardless, on console, they should have at least given us, and I know this is Bethesda being Bethesda. They should have at least given us an option, right? Like, to have a despawn rate. I don't really care because I never really made use of the despawn at all. Like, I didn't really drop shit. But
like,
on the Hellblade side, sorry, I just want to finish this thought before I forget about it.
Yeah.
On the Hellblade side, this is a story-based, narrative-driven action game, right? Like, it's very similar to the first one. I don't believe it's open world or anything crazy. It's still a pretty linear game, right? I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong.
I mean, you play more than I am. You're asking me questions.
I didn't play the first. I played like half the first game. I never finished the first game. But from what I know about the second game, it's along the same lines, right? So why can't this game give us a performance option, right? Like, games, open world games on PlayStation, right?
We're still in the general market of having to decide between performance.
Oh yeah, and that's its own
fidelity.
That's its own freaking
And because
conversation.
we're still in that conversation,
yeah,
consoles will always have to make that choice.
No, but the thing is, like, Hellblade,
because of the fact that Hellblade looks so good, it's probably in 4K. It's probably at least in 2K.
Oh, it most likely is. Except that it's capped at 30 frames, so it's still going to be like.
But that's my point. We're still in a point where, like, both next gen systems supposed to be so next gen, supposed to be so this and that, still have to make a choice between visual, and performance.
And I've talked about that plenty of times. I honestly think that if these next gen systems are actually going to succeed, we got to get rid of that fucking option. It has to be, high resolution, high frame rate. There should be no, hey, but you really want ray tracing or whether you want 60 frames. No, give us fucking both. There's a machine that can do both. Give us both. But like with Hellblade, it is a narrative-driven linear game. All right. Yes, it looks amazing.
Here's the problem.
What the hell? If Death Stranding director's cut, if Death Stranding, which is a huge game that looks gorgeous,
phenomenal,
it looks so damn good. Like, say what you will about the gameplay, walking simulator, fucking whatever, it looks fucking gorgeous, and it plays at 60 frames, looking that damn good, a steady 60 frames, I might add. Like, damn. I don't know what the hell Xbox is doing. I don't know if they're just not giving Xbox money to their devs. Say what you will about Sony doing whatever the hell they do. At least they're supporting their goddamn devs well.
Yeah, but like, a lot of things that they're boasting are all lies. Everything that both consoles have boasted have been all lies. And so this is
Except every single PlayStation exclusive, at least, has given us at least the performance option. Right?
They have not given us 4K 60, which is what they promised.
They didn't say 4K 60. They said 4K, targeting 8K, but they did not say 4K 60.
They did say 4K 60. They said that 30 frames would be a thing of the past. Every game would be 4K, at least 60 frames per second. They even put it on gold in the on the box.
Well, I
when you
mean,
pick up the PS5.
to be fair,
To be fair,
Sony at least has given us every single exclusive with a 60 frame option.
and that's the thing.
Xbox is not. I don't know, and I don't know why. This is not like saying PlayStation is better than Xbox. I'm genuinely concerned. Why?
Because it's not a PC. This is the.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter.
No,
like you can still give us a 60 frame
problem, right?
option. Like at least give if you're gonna give us the game, at least give us the option to do 60.
But
frames.
this is the problem, right? Both consoles have a lock, have a hood, that have just a lid on what they can do. Meanwhile, you have these ports going to PC that can do double, triple, whatever.
Well, yeah.
I got Death Stranding for free off of Epic Game Store, and I'm playing this bitch at 240 frames. And you think about it, and you're just like, look, man, like both consoles are trash. I don't know why this console war even exists. They're both garbage.
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to make it a console war.
Sony has even raised their prices for their services for not an increase of product or quality.
That's his own thing.
It is, but I just have to say that. Yeah. So I need the console war to end, guys. I need to stop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Honestly, I think the console war basically is over. There's just like a handful of like scrubs that are still trying to keep it alive. I'm of the mindset of play everything. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm literally just saying that I don't know why these devs owned by Microsoft aren't giving us, more the standard of what a game should deliver.
I cannot answer that.
I'm not asking you. I'm just throwing that out there. But here's the thing. Right?
There is a good question. Is this going to run on 30 frames on PC? I doubt it.
It's probably going to have a shit ton of performance issues when it drops on PC.
I'm not blaming. I'm not saying, but it will run above 30.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean,
and that's the thing. Guys, console motherfuckers on all sides: Nintendo, PlayStation,
yeah. Oh God, fucking Nintendo,
Microsoft. I need you guys to get a PC, and I'm saying this because if you get the investment, get a PC. You can play whatever game you want at whatever performance you want. You don't have to.
If you have a good enough PC, there's always that asterisk.
You don't have to sit here. My Ryzen 9 4070 Ti did not even cost me $2,000. It cost me.
That's still like
about $1,900. It's not bad,
bro. For some people, that is. That's why the consoles exist. If everyone could own a PC, they would.
That's
the
fucking problem because they didn't got too big headed. They forgot computers. Started this shit.
That's a whole other conversation, and that's a conversation I would like to have. But that's not a conversation we're going to have on this video because that's not entirely related.
All right. So last thing, conversation.
Yeah.
What are your predictions on performance for Wolverine and for GTA 6?
GTA 6, I don't think is going to have an issue hitting 60.
I think it will have an extreme issue hitting 60.
The other games haven't. GTA 5 looked great.
But think about it.
And that one ran at 60
That was a tech demo, trailer demo, which means that it was the same thing, the GTA 6 trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the same thing as Matrix the Matrix game that came out on Unreal 5. Yes, I see that you have perked up all these little specific parts, but can you really tell me that the whole game is going to look like this? I don't think it will. And they've already they've already been stories that came out that said GTA 6 was going to have to downsize a little bit. And I said,
I don't doubt it's going to downsize. See, that's the thing. With
everybody's sucking that game's dick because of how good it looks. And I'm just like, bro, this is a tech demo. This is the only thing I'm going to say about
GTA 6. I don't think it's going to be as big as 5, but I do think it's going to look and perform better because of...
No.
I think it will. But I do think they're going to downsize the overall scale of the game to make that happen. Now, for Wolverine, I'm expecting the exact same thing from, both Spider-Man games. we're gonna have the option, a couple fidelity options, couple performance options. That's just what's Insomniac has been doing. And look, Spider-Man 2 on performance mode looked great, played great. It was smooth as hell. I had no complaints about the graphics or the performance of Spider-Man. It looked great, and it played even better. So I don't expect Wolverine to be any different because there's no reason it should be. But if they tone it down, like if they don't scale it as big as Spider-Man was, then we might see an even better performance of it. Better graphics with performance, maybe. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see until that one comes out.
Yeah,
but I can definitely see that happening.
I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm very disappointed with this generation of consoles. I'm
not disappointed. It's just like
I am very disappointed. They hyped this shit up to be such a good thing, such a great thing, and at a time where people kind of needed it, they dropped the ball.
A little bit.
They dropped the ball with the last generation. They dropped the ball with the generation before that. But you know what? They always say these things and pop you up. And at this point, I'm kind of done. I don't care anymore because they just say whatever they want to get money. They literally said that Starfield was going to be the most influential and most masterful piece of RPG.
That game kind of just
all
fell
time.
to the wayside.
And then,
as of late.
Look at that.
It came out. Everyone was hype about it for a while. It did some cool stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just another Bethesda game.
They said it was going to be the most influential thing of all fucking
time.
No,
you know what might be the most influential thing of all fucking time? The Elder Scrolls 6. That game might actually be fucking amazing, and I'm really hoping it is. I am unbelievable.
I'm also looking forward to Avowed. I definitely want to play Avowed.
Where the hell has that game been? Jesus.
No, it's still in development, but
I know. It just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
We got that.
Yeah, we
and
just
then
got
of course
one
Witcher 4. I can't wait to see what Witcher 4 is going to look like and be like. It's going to be interesting. So we got a lot of things to look forward to in the future.
For sure.
But we need something to change. I need either budgets to downsize. I need games to downsize. I need expectations. I need all that shit to downsize because I'm still a little salty, even as a PC person. I'm still not a PlayStation turned PC person.
Yeah,
I'm still a little salty about No Days Gone 2. I'm still salty about that.
I mean, to be fair, that's
yeah.
just a sales issue. It didn't sell until like way later. Until
millions of copies. Everybody will love the new sequel.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But it got way popular, like a couple months after it released, or even a year after it released. So it was a late bloomer, which was kind of a bummer.
All right. Well, you guys want to be detached, but also want to make money. You can't really do both.
I know.
It's a
guys.
Business.
What do you think about the state of AAA gaming right now? Do you kind of agree with us on like the whole performance and microtransactions issues that we've been seeing with a lot of the latest games, including Dragon's Dogma 2, Suicide Squad, upcoming Hellblade 2, Starfield? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Sorry, I got a tick on my throat. If you're new to the channel, we'd love for you to come hang out with us again. So hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can be notified whenever these videos go live. They're up every single Friday. And if I ever have the time and energy to go over to the podcast, I'll edit those videos and put them up on Spotify as well. So here's a fuzzy. I also have to rebrand the Spotify as well. So I'm looking forward to doing more long form videos on the podcast. So hopefully we get to do that. Just kind of us just talking about random shit. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you. Jules, thanks so much for hanging out. Love you guys. Stay excellent. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.